Okay, well, welcome to the highlight of humanity itself. If you want to enjoy this moment to its fullest, grab a coffee or some bone broth or another drink you like, and let's enjoy it together in celebration of another day with the One Meal Channel. 1, 2, 3. So in the last video, I asked what meal you wanted to see next. And I gave 3 options. I gave elk, I gave chicken and dumplings, and I gave trout. And we had an equal amount of votes for all 3 of those things. So I made the executive decision to move with the elk first because it is simple, and I'm working a double shift today, so it is very easy and convenient to make. But tomorrow, I think I will move to the trout and show the trout, and after that, we will do the chicken and dumplings, because the chicken and dumplings is pretty heavy. It's going to last a long time. It's going to be the surf meal scenario all over again. So we're going to finish off this bacon here, turn it in some good bacon grease base. We'll put the elk meat in here and cook it very quickly because it doesn't have any fat and it cooks very quickly. My roommate's been kind enough to cook me a little bit of extra rice, so the rice is already cooked and ready to go, so this shouldn't take that long to whip together. Okay, so was this pre or post Celebrity Brain Crash?
Way pre.
Yeah, these are the best seasons of Top Gear, are they not?
Yeah, this is when it was actually on BBC.
This is peak Top Gear. I watched a dissertation on the collapse of the Top Gear that took place after they left and went to Amazon. It's quite interesting. I learned a lot about all 3 of those guys that I didn't know before. Oh, that should be good. Let's take a look at this elk here. I've been letting it thaw all day today. We got a little bit here in the middle that's still a little frozen, so we'll break that up. Oh. That looks good. Okay, and as soon as that bacon's done rendering down, this is going to come together extremely quickly. No, I'd say we're just about there already. Okay, so we'll start up this side as well. Okay. So this elk is going to cook up really quick. Like I said, there's no fat in this. Straight protein. So we're going to focus on just lightly seasoning it and making sure that it gets a nice even cook. Okay.
Hey, I need to get some tires in $1 million. I've already got my tires. They are new. Okay. Do you have availability on like Thursday next week? You don't need any appointments. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, if that's the place I think it is, they're really good about that.
I've always had to make appointments before, so
Oh.
I mean not specifically there, but and to answer your question, it was awesome. There were some bones in there, and I ate them anyway.
Good. That's fantastic. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen you take down a cut of fish. But I would imagine it's probably your favorite. It's probably your favorite cut of meat to eat. Yeah. All right. Clearly that is not working out, so we will go to our emergency bacon grease. Going to be adding the eggs into that, and I just don't want them to stick to the base of the pan. So yeah, and already this is pretty thoroughly cooked. A couple of spots are still red. So I'll just leave the lid off and let liquid evaporate. Let's get to the eggs.
Okay, I have today's question for your audience.
Okay, they're listening in anticipation.
Do you think you've eaten 1,000,000 grains of rice yet?
Oh, easily.
What?
Easily.
Already? Mm-hmm. You think so?
I think when I was a child, I ate over 1,000,000 grains of sand. So I've definitely eaten 1,000,000 grains of rice.
What?
Anyway, now my audience has more questions.
Did you say sand?
Yeah, yeah, like at the beach.
No. The location doesn't matter. It's sand.
Well, I mean, it does matter. Okay, it's natural sand. None of that, stuff that you get at the store. None of that store-bought sand. You kidding me?
I don't know how to respond to that.
Well, I gave you an answer.
We'll find out when people reply.
Yeah. That's probably the most important question of the week for today. Please tell me of other questions that you're just dying to ask.
No, that was the only one.
That was it? The 1,000,000 grains of rice question? Yeah, that's going to turn out perfect. So we'll take this. Hopefully it's not too warm that I burn myself. No, it's perfect. There we go. Get to that later. Turn this off. Oh shit. You must save as much of this meal as possible. Perfect, and we'll just get a little taster of this. Gosh, I am making a mess. All right, we're going to turn the heat up a little bit for the finishing touches. Got a little bit of soy sauce. There's plenty of salt in there already, but this was a pound of elk with probably about a pound of rice and eggs. If you want this to look a little bit more like egg fried rice rather than, you know, half and half, then just go a little bit less on the elk or whatever other meat that you use. And it will look like primarily egg fried rice. But I only eat one meal a day. I gotta make sure my portions are large, and this is going to do the trick. Yeah, the elk is incredibly delicious, but without seasoning, without that soy sauce, it can become kind of bland. So it's just because there's no fat content in there. So it's an excellent source of protein and it's an excellent flavor. But I have some difficulties eating it on my own, or on its own rather. So adding this seasoning and adding this soy sauce is going to go a long way. I think this is incorporating really well. If you watched the channel before, you know that I usually have this bacon as a mid-cooking snack, but I actually didn't get to it. So let me reweigh this. We got to do our traditional weighing. We're going to add the bacon to it this time. Take this out, make sure the weighing is perfect. We'll have this as a little treat for us at the bottom of the pan. And this is an abundance of food right here. We have our largest bowl. This is going to be a heaping pile of food. This is dangerous. If I made a mess before, this is a perfect opportunity to make a bigger mess. But we're good. Look at that. That is an abundance. An abundance of food. And sure enough, we're at 2.16 pounds. Very reasonable, very respectable quantity. So, to finish this off, let's give ourselves, some sriracha. Move us up to 2.21 pounds. And that is one of the ways that I eat elk. So we have 3 more portions of elk that we need to get into. I'll probably eat all of that before the end of the year. I'll try to make something where the elk is on the side by itself and it's been marinated into kind of like a patty. But this is just a very easy way to incorporate everything in on itself. So let's take the bite. This would also be really good with some chunks of potatoes as well. But of course, this meal is heavy enough as it is. So thank you for watching. I'll see all of you tomorrow.